Rob G, you're the resident Laker fan.
Oh, jeez.
And just explain, here's LeBron and AD, and here they are. Here we go again, complaining.
You took the words out of my mouth.
That the Lakers don't have enough. Now, AD is one of the best players in the league.
Having a great year.
LeBron, everybody, all they talk about is they can't believe the numbers he's putting up at age 40, and he's unbelievable. And who do we say? Austin Reeves is playing J.J. Redick like an all-star. And it's still not enough.
They got rid of D'Angelo.
Okay. Rob G., spell it out.
Well, Rob, here's the thing. It's not just any one story. We're talking about one today. But this has been building, is getting to the crescendo here in about a week. Last week, LeBron and J.J. Redick on the record telling Rob Parker to his face, this is not sources. This is me telling you, you know what? We got to play perfect basketball because our margin for error is so thin based on our roster construction. Flash forward to Wednesday, today, early this morning, Shams Charania puts out an article for ESPN.com saying that league sources have told him that LeBron and AD are, quote, growing concerned about the Lakers' inability to make roster upgrades with their 2 tradable first-round picks. This has been an ongoing thing basically since they won that bubble championship. LeBron and AD, once again, frustrated that they don't got all the best players in Los Angeles.
All right.
You're the LeBron homer, so go ahead.
No, you know me. I keeps it real, don't care who it is. I can like you, but still keep it real. And that's what I do, and let's get to that. This is the annual cry from LeBron. This is the annual, we're kind of muddling along, we're not dominating, and this is the annual thing.
I thought it was the coach's fault. Darvin Ham.
Oh,
no?
right. No,
well, not
this is the annual Frank Vogel.
Oh, yeah. Darvin Ham. That's what I'm saying.
Now,
right.
JJ, we're just, it ain't working. So
even JJ's chiming in on this stuff.
JJ said they are they're a great team when they're all healthy and they're all competing. Well, no, you're not. You're not a great team. Yes, you have played solidly to the tune of 23-18.
Which is not that spectacular.
It's not. But the good thing about that for them, I will say, is this season the West isn't as crazy. You know how the West has been. You got to be 15, 20 games ahead just to be a top 7-8 seed. Yeah, right now, they're a half game away from a 5th seed. So that's the only thing I'm saying that's in their favor right now is that they're out of that play-in.
But this is where every year it's always, like people count them in like they're right there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't think they're right there.
Well, that's why LeBron and AD and even JJ are saying they're putting the pressure on Rob Pelinka, but this has been my thing.
But how many people you need?
Well, so this is right. So this is the annual. They go out and get, make a random trade in like Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's like, okay, I guess I almost rather have kept D'Lo and that the high is higher. They
celebrated that trade,
right? But and this is what you have to understand: the challenge with LeBron at this point is he still is controlling the game. He's using the ball. He has the ball so much. He controls so much of it that even if you get high caliber guys who can play, they're now lesser versions of themselves. So you're not getting the same guy that you thought you were getting. You understand what I mean? They go and get a couple of guys from Miami over the last couple of years. Now, they've been hurt, but they haven't played. Gabe Vincent hasn't worked out like you would have thought it was. You got, obviously, D'Lo wasn't quite working. It was on and off. Like, they keep getting guys, that solid, but you thought they were going to bring more. The issue is they're so inconsistent how they're being utilized that they can never capitalize on said talent. So what they keep banking on is go get me a 3-and-D guy. Let me go do the rest, meaning me, LeBron, and AD. No, y'all need a legit third guy that can sometimes tell LeBron, you the third guy tonight.
Good luck with that.
And that's the challenge. Can LeBron say, I need a guy where I can actually be the third guy for the next 2/3 of the rest of the season, and then we get to the postseason and I can do what I do. And that is going to be upon him to have to be okay with that.
But here's the problem with this whole narrative and whatnot. This continues to make the case anti-LeBron for being the GOAT. Seriously. That you bellyache every year, that it's not about you, that you need somebody else or somebody else to do something for you to be able to win. I got to stack my team. I got to trade away all the young players and just get anybody what we can take right now to try to help me win. Like this is a on and on story, and I don't think that looks good for LeBron to have AD by your side. Seriously, most teams need 2 players.
Yeah.
Right? Like to make 2 players. Okay, and you got a guy. I thought Austin Reeves. Oh, don't trade him.
No, he's a solid player.
JJ's the one talking about. He had a career high 38 the other night.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's playing like an all-star. All this other stuff. What do you need?
Even they're not talented enough. I mean, period. That's just if you look at OKC and they ain't even got Chet Holmgren. You look at what Cleveland's doing. They got all-star, like 4 or 5 all-star caliber guys. Not saying they are, but caliber. The Lakers don't have that. They got LeBron all-star, AD clearly an all-star. Austin Reeves is like, wow, he's a good guy, but he ain't an all-star. So they definitely are undermanned, and Rob Pelinka has failed them in that regard. Because you know what he hasn't done, Rob? He hasn't snuck one up on us. What I mean is we're sitting there at home, and you went to bed, and you woke up, oh, snap, they done got Zach LaVine, or they done pulled off Jimmy Butler, or whatever it would be, where you go, oh, shoot. He hasn't pulled that off lately. For them to compete. So I do think there's an element of they're griping, they're complaining, and this is the annual gripe and complaining, and it ain't happy, and then in a minute they're going to turn on JJ. That's just what they do. That's just what, how many coaches are the Lakers paying right now? My gosh. But on the other side, Rob Pelinka hasn't done a great job and surprised us. You get what I mean? With a good move. Like, other teams.
Like what? What else does LeBron need? You need him to go get
no,
who?
But this isn't the LeBron. This
Kevin
is
Durant?
But
I'm just asking you.
Well, no. You wouldn't see that. Wouldn't be you wouldn't want the Kevin Durant. That would be an obvious. You would want your general manager to pull off something you didn't see. That's why I say surprise. Whether it's a guy,
like who?
Let's say. I mean, I'm just making it up because I don't have in front of me all the people who are available. But let's say it was a DeMar DeRozan. Because he was having some issues up there in Sacramento. They kind of righting the ship now. They've won 9 out of 10 now that they got a new coach, Doug Christie's coaching. But let's say it was a DeMar DeRozan, and it just cost you one random pick in 2 or 3 years. And now you got a legit guy who can go out there and get you 20-something a night and who can play some defense, a veteran guy, but not too old, right? Like Jimmy Butler's a little too old or something like that. So now you got a guy that you can say, all right, we got a real legit third guy, night in, night out, who can get you 20. They're not surprising. They keep getting a Finney and Smith. They go get a Gabe Vincent. They go get those types of guys where you're just like, all right, I guess. Like, ain't nothing else out there?
But I don't know of
Cam Reddish. You're like, I like him. But
what level are you looking for? So all those players are second tier. So you need a one? What are they looking for? When you say a third guy,
yeah.
You're not looking for Kevin Durant or Jimmy Butler, are you?
No, I'm saying
that's what LeBron needs. I'm asking.
I'm saying here's another kind of real world example because this guy's been on the trading blocks for years now. Zach LaVine, because it just never was working in Chicago his entire career there. But he's really talented, really good, just not necessarily a winning caliber guy singularly. Like you can't, he by himself doesn't equal winning. But maybe you look at him, you say, look, man, you come over here with an AD who's going to play some of the best defense you've ever seen and obviously capable down low scorer. And then you got LeBron who is playoff savvy. You've never experienced this caliber of, hey, come play when it matters. Now Zach LaVine might be all in.
So you get Zach LaVine, you winning the championship. Is that what you're telling me?
No, you got a fighter's chance because outside of one or two teams, I mean, that's all they can ask for, Rob. Like if the Lakers put themselves in a win, do you agree with this? In a win now or nothing. That's because God forbid they get young guys and give it 2 or 3 years.
No, I understand that. When you get in bed with LeBron, this is what you get.
That's what I'm saying.
I got that. But this idea that every year, no matter what they do,
I actually agree with you.
Is that no matter what happens,
it wasn't good enough.
It ain't good enough.
It ain't that
we don't
coach.
have enough.
It shouldn't be.
Oh,
I
this
agree.
coach,
I agree.
Let me see. We won the in-season tournament. We hung up a banner, but Darvin Ham's no good. We got to the Western Conference Finals
with Darvin Ham,
but Darvin Ham's no good.
Frank Vogel won you a championship. You traded off you got rid of all the players that helped his idea of he was a defensive-minded guy.
And then he's no good.
And then now he's no good. I agree.
That's what I'm saying. Like this is What does he talk? What do they want him to do?
And this is why I keep telling people in all sports, but especially, just like, what's your identity? And this is where JJ Redick came in. Well, y'all don't understand. I'm about to change the game. I'm about to do this.
Yeah, okay, right.
And it's like, JJ, I don't know what y'all do well. And with Frank Vogel, Rob, you know this as a Laker fan. When you had Frank Vogel with KCP, with Rondo, with McGee, you still had the last little bit of defense that LeBron could play. Kyle Kuzma, Caruso. You had a defensive team who had an identity. We play great defense, we take care of the ball, and we got LeBron and AD and some shooters. You had an identity. when you had Frank Vogel. And I'm not saying Frank Vogel is Phil Jackson, but my point is you can't just keep getting rid of guys. Get rid of this guy. Get rid of this, and not have an identity. What do Roger, you love that. What do they do? I can tell you what OKC does. I can tell you what Cleveland does. Good, for better or worse, I can tell you what the Pistons do. There's an identity that's building in these teams.
Next Pat Riley when you hired
and that's
JJ
what Roger.
Redick.
You know, I mean, JJ Redick. You don't even know what I'm about to be doing. I already see. What are y'all doing? I don't know if they shoot. They're terrible at shooting threes. And guess what? They've been terrible at the last 5 years, Roger, shooting threes. I don't know. They don't play fast. They're not locked down defense. What do they do?
Well, what's the common denominator in all this?
LeBron and AD.
There's one guy. It's LeBron James.
Yes.
They go as he goes.
That's true.
When they first started with Vogel, they were going to play lockdown defense. We're not going to be a great offense team. We already know that. We're going to defend our asses off.
And be efficient with the offense. Like we know every possession matters.
And he's playing matador defense.
And that was the last run of him actually playing some defense. That little run. And you know what they did? They said, Frank, dang, man, you got to go.
Yep, because the offense ain't working. It's not creative enough.
And by the way, we got rid of all the people that made you good, by the way.
Exactly.
Rondo's gone, Caruso's gone, McGee's gone, Dwight Howard's gone.
The two big guys, they got rid of both of them.
Get out of there. It cost you nothing.
And now saying, we need a center. We need another center.
Exactly. For 3 years, the Lakers have needed another center.
I was like, what? They got rid of both. I was like, what?
Cost you nothing to have Dwight and JaVale blocking shots, getting tipped. That was the perfect when AD couldn't handle Jokic.
Yep.
Go throw in, but I'm right. Then you throw in Dwight to bang him around for 15, 20 minutes. So, yeah, it was just one of those, like.
But doesn't it, as a Laker fan, which you are now, honorary, even though you're a Pistons guy.
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't it frustrate you a little bit? Because you can go down the list of all the teams in the Western Conference. Every team in the playoff has a roster imperfection somewhere.
Right.
Like, even OKC, if Shea turns an ankle, who creates offense for him? They don't have one, right?
Williams.
Really?
I mean, it was nice. He averaged like 23.
He's not, you know.
I know you're saying he's not a one, but they got guys over there.
Houston. You mean to tell me that if
Shagun, they got Jalen Green.
If they are in a series with the Lakers, who's got the two best players?
The Lakers, right.
Okay. The Denver Nuggets don't have a bench at all.
Nope.
And that's what made them so tough, because they got the best player in the league.
Exactly.
That's the one team the Lakers don't match up. They just have no answer for
the Clippers.
Jokic
We don't know with the Kawhi,
Jamal
and so you could play this game with every team in the West, but when it's LeBron James, and if he doesn't have a Kyrie and a Kevin Love and a J.R. Smith, and it's like, I know the hashtag future Laker thing is like a bit that I do, like we get all the best players, but we don't actually get all the best players. And it's like, if LeBron doesn't have the deck stacked ridiculy in his favor,
that's what
he's
I'm
always
saying.
upset about it.
Right.
Specifically at this point,
like it's a birthright.
And at this point in age, he can't do what I think part of him, Robs, both of y'all, I think he thinks he's 28-year-old in Cleveland. You know what I mean? I don't need much. He could take me, you, Alex, and both Robs and Alex and myself into the finals when he was that great. Now he needs help. Because, you're 40. Of course you need help. But he thinks in his mind going into a season like, all we need is just this. Give me a couple spot-up shooters and 3-and-D guys, and that's all we need. No, LeBron. You need more.